Namaste, good morning, everyone. Well, I think we're coming into, let me put a little light here. There, that's better. We're coming into this time, like the Chinese curse says, may you live in interesting times. I think we're coming into interesting times, okay? So during this time that we have of interesting times, I think the most important thing for us to understand is we need to stand for truth and for our principles, okay? You need to continue to have your moral fortitude, all right? And also, to stay in the moment, not to get so pulled around. And what happens that I'm seeing right now is that Trump continues to wind up this fear. And people love to rule by fear mode. If they can put you in fear, then they can pretty much drive you here and there. And that's what happens with, the sheep mob that just runs in fear and oh my God, okay? We need to continue to be rational, not driven by fear mode, and to contain ourselves, okay? It's a lot of times we're going to have to sit there and breathe, okay? So this is very, very important for us to continue with our values and to stand up and say, no, we will not be ruled by fear. We will maintain our fortitude, okay? Maintain our spiritual practice. So this is, again, part of our spiritual practice. To have compassion for others, have compassion for ourselves, to be heart-centered, okay? Not fear-driven, not anger-driven, okay? It's very sad what's happening at the moment in this country, to have someone elected who equates us with Russia, okay? I don't know what Putin's got on him. I don't know if it's just because of all the business dealings that he has there. Hopefully it comes out what's going on there. As yet, we don't know what it is. I know he wants to be a dictator. He thinks he can be a dictator. But that's not this country. And I see them doing all that they can to take away our rights and our freedoms, to take us back by 20, 30 years, okay? I see that they continue to want to push this agenda that Bannon's got to create a war, okay? Armageddon, to create this war that's going to happen between the Christians and Muslims, etc., over and push everything they can in Jerusalem to get this war started. Okay, it's not good. Okay, we'll just say it's not good. But even in the midst of whatever takes place, our best mode of action is to, again, continue with your path in your spirituality, finding out who and what you are and what you are not. And most definitely not become fear-driven people. Because you see, when people start to become fear-driven, what happens is that they start getting in paranoia and all of this other drama starts taking place, okay? So you don't want to be driven like that, and then you're looking for conspiracy theories, everything around every corner. Again, we don't want to be driven by conspiracy theories and things such as that nature as well, okay? Let's just stay with what we have at hand. It was absolutely egregious last night that they shut down Senator Warren when she was reading Coretta Scott King's letter. and statements by John F. Kennedy concerning Sessions, who has known to be a bigot, who has known to be a racist, who does not have a good record. Okay, we have that coming in, and you see that everyone that, and I don't know why the Trumpites cannot see this, everyone that Trump has in the cabinet are against freedoms. They are for big business. They're the guy that he wants to have head the EPA is fighting the EPA, and so now he's going to be in charge of it. The one that he said, that on his campaign trail, and everybody's yelling, lock her up, and he's saying she's in bed with Goldman Sachs. Who's he have on there? All the head of Goldman Sachs, okay? So all the things he tries to drive you in fear about during the campaign is exactly what he's putting in place. Do you not see this? Okay? So everyone needs to wake up and get a clue as to what's there and what's not. Okay? If you think that he's out there for jobs in this country, he's doing all he can to make it almost impossible. Yes, he's going to try to close the doors to trade agreements elsewhere, so everything has to be done in this country. Okay? But then the prices would be so high. So what will they do to counteract that? Oh, there'll be more jobs, but they'll get rid of minimum wage. So now you'll be working, maybe bringing things back in factories, but you'll be no longer getting minimum wage. And you think it's hard now, it's going to be even harder. Prices are going to go up. You're going to be working more difficult hours and not have the laws that we have now. They're trying to break the unions, get rid of the unions. This is not a good situation. It might become very difficult in this country unless he happens to get enough rope to do the proverbial hanging of himself by doing something illegal. And he's right on the edge of this. So let us just pray and hope that he is able to be impeached sooner than later, because all the things he's doing can have long-standing ramifications in this country for quite some time. So hopefully we're able to get rid of him soon. Okay. So this is when you have times like this, it's imperative to continue to do your spiritual practice of being in the moment and not getting too wound up about things, not being in fear mode. Again, time will rectify things. It may be difficult for quite some time, but we need to try to relax as much as possible. When you see yourself getting stressed out, wound up, take a moment, go into a balanced breath, relax your breathing. In this moment you're fine. Okay, in this moment it's okay. We just see these things on the horizon, but in this moment we're fine. Okay. And when you get something that's difficult, the thing to understand is this too will pass, okay? This too will pass. So understand in this moment you're fine, and this too will pass, okay? So let's continue to try to be centered in the midst of all this and continue to go forward in life and do the best that we can do. Be in the moment. Don't project in the future. Don't get too hung up on the past. Let's try to be here, be now, in a viable way, okay? For me, in this moment, I'm enjoying doing the artwork, okay? So that's going well. I'm branching out. I did even some artwork on my jeans this morning, so my shorts, so fun stuff. Anyway. So I hope that everyone is doing well. I think we kind of covered a little bit of the spiritual path and a lot of the government stuff that's going on, because that's kind of what's paramount at the moment. Hopefully all of this passes soon and we won't be inundated with so much of the Trumpian nonsense that's going on. I think it's good that he finds out that this is not a dictatorship, but he will do all he can to shut down the news. Anytime he hears something that he doesn't like, it's fake news. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous to have somebody, and it's absolutely very sad, very egregious, that the top person in this government is such a liar. He has his people going out and absolutely 100% lying, making up things, trying to put, again, a spin of fear in people, telling them that things are not being reported that are being reported. Absolutely lying and setting up a fake and false sense for what's going on. Okay? Again, this is how conspiracy theories take place. This is how people rule by fear. They create a lot of drama that's not there, cause suspicion. This is what they do in Russia, communist countries. They have people spying on each other. I mean, this is, again, not the road we want to go down. We want to be aiding each other, not spying on each other, not looking at, oh my God, they're going to do something. This idea that he has this ban, and they absolutely put it in forward as a ban. This Giuliani said it himself. Very clear, 100% straight down the line. I want a ban. How can I do it legally? Well, then don't call it a ban. Okay? You don't call it a ban. But we can do it this way. This is the Trump agenda, snaking the people. Snaking the people. Okay? So, this is not what we want for our country. Unless you happen to be a white supremacist, then maybe it's exactly what you want for this country. But the rest of us that are not white supremacists, that want to see a free and open country, this is not what we want. We have more people that voted against Trump than voted for him. He needs to get a clue about that. He is not speaking for the people. He is speaking for a very small segment of people. And he's losing people every day with more and more drama that he's putting forward, that they are finding out he is not the man they thought he was. Okay? They are waking up. So if you're waking up and finding he is not the man you thought he was, then it's time to stand up, and we all need to stand together, because we don't want this country to go the way of Germany when Hitler came into power. Okay? He might as well be, reading Mein Kampf, My Struggle, okay? Because that's exactly what he's trying to put into place. Trying to cause us to have all this patriotism. Our way is the right way, the only way, this is that. Right straight down the line, if you look at what he is doing, how he's trying to spread dissent, how he's trying to make this sphere of Muslims, all Muslims, how they're trying to put all this agenda in place, us against them, patriotism against the Muslims. Look, pick a common enemy. Okay? With Germany, it was the Jews. With them, it's the Muslims. What's the difference? Okay? And doing all they can to break the economy, getting rid of the latest thing, getting rid of the things to stop the banks. Like last time we had all those foreclosures, people all lost their properties. They just took away the law that stopped that. Now they can go out and do it again. Okay? This is the man that you have in power. He is not my president. Okay? Not my president, will never be my president. Okay? I did not elect a snake. Okay? And this is not the Kundalini snake that's good, that goes roto-rooter consciousness. This is the backbiting, poisonous snake that's only there to be for himself, to be for this, and Bannon behind him, to be for this agenda of trying to create another war. Okay? So let's get rational and let's look at things and go forward. Okay, namaste. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.